You can do positive affirmations for a year and still wake up feeling like the exact same stuck person. But change what you were tomorrow morning and your brain will start rewriting who you are before lunch. Hi there, I'm a vet, I'm a neuroscientist, and I'm 4 months into a challenge to trying to rewire my brain in a year. And during this challenge, I realized how much clothes hold power over us. For example, when I had a wardrobe malfunction, and no, I did not lose weight there. The fabric just gave up on me. I just, felt spent. And recently I changed jobs and updated my wardrobe, and man, did I feel a rush. And this sent me down a research rabbit hole that has changed, how I'm running the rest of the challenge. So today I am going to show you 4 ways how clothing rewires identity at the brain level. And the second is the reason why, I'm rebuilding the entire morning. We treat identity like a thinking problem. Change your mindset and positive affirmations on the bottom mirror. But your brain doesn't update identity from words. It updates from evidence. And the fastest evidence that you can hand it is by what you're wearing. There's a study where people got smarter by just putting on a coat. However, another group felt normal. And I kid you not, it was the same coat. The only thing that changed was what they were told it was. In the experiment, participants wore a white lab coat and were told it was a doctor's coat. Their performance on selective attention tasks went up. However, a different group wore the same exact coat, but were told it was a painter's coat. And funnily enough, their performance didn't budge. Researchers call this enclothed cognition, and it needs 2 ingredients to work. You have to physically wear the thing, and it has to carry symbolic meaning to you. So here's why this matters for anyone trying to rewire their brain. Your prefrontal cortex doesn't wait for you to consciously decide who you are. It preloads behavior based on cues it picks up. And the clothes touching your skin are one of the loudest cues in the room. So go on and look at your closet and come on, go and check. I'll be here, And when you look at your clothes, check with yourself what meaning each item carries. And here I will bet you that you still have and wear some pieces of clothing that brings a negative memory or makes you feel bad. And my friend, these clothes are like a costume for a version of you that you're trying to leave behind. So, if it were up to me, you can chuck them out. So your brain treats clothes as evidence of who you are. And this evidence is being registered every second of your life. And it is being broadcasted to the deep regions of your brain. Those parts that logic cannot reach. And so your brain is also looking at your clothes as a form of social identity. We all have heard of the power suit. The suit that you wear to close a deal or a high-stakes negotiation. And in a way, it is how you can prepare the brain of what is to come. When you put clothes on, your brain runs them through circuits in the medial prefrontal cortex, which is the same region that handles in-group and out-group processing. In other words, your brain is constantly asking, which tribe do these clothes belong to? And therefore, which tribe am I in right now? And once it answers it, it starts adjusting your self-concept to match. We always frame dress for the job you want as advice that you do for, other people. Like it is some kind of signaling to the hiring manager. And to a certain extent, it is. But most of the time, we tend to ignore the effect that these clothes have on us. Because the first audience for your outfit is, your own brain. You are telling your own neural circuitry which group you've joined. And your brain will then construct self-esteem, posture, vocabulary, and decisions to match the membership it thinks you've signed up to. So for anyone looking for a brain rewiring trick, this is huge, I think. Because identity change is tribe change at the neural level. Every time you've tried to become a new version of yourself, and bounce back to the old one, part of what bounced you back is that your brain still thought that you belong to the old tribe. And nothing tells it otherwise faster than what you are wearing. So, tell me, will you now try something new this week to see if anything changes? If yes, let me know in the comments down below. Now, all of this only works if your body is actually receiving the signal, which is where I had to look at myself in the mirror this week and wins. I caught a reflection of myself in a shop window last week and did not recognize my own posture. My shoulders were rolled forward, head rubbed, and yeah, needless to say, I was wearing whatever came first in my reach. So here's what was happening at the neuroscience level. Your brain goes through its filing cabinets and looks at identity and social belonging, but it also analyzes what your clothes are doing to your body. Structured clothing, like a fitted blazer, a supportive shoe, or anything that physically holds you in a different shape, sends proprioceptive signals up to the brain that change your felt sense of authority and confidence. It's like a closed loop. Clothes change body position, and body position changes brain state. And then brain state changes behavior, and behavior reinforces identity. And the inverse is just as true. No structured clothing sends slouchy, no structured signals up to the brain, which, is quite fine for a couch potato Sunday. But it is not fine as an everyday uniform for the version of you that you're trying to become. And this should come as a reminder that in order for brain rewiring to happen, well, you should not treat it in isolation. Your nervous system lives in a body, and so every brain rewiring tool that actually works because it changes the signal the brain is getting from the body. And for this, if you would like to start your brain rewiring journey but do not know where to start, well, for you I have made a free brain rewiring starter quiz. The link will be somewhere in the description, and it takes around 2 minutes to complete. And yeah, I am realizing now that the questions are all about embodied experiences. Anyway, now that we know that structure is good, let's not take it to the other extreme and go full Victorian era corset style that is restrictive and uncomfortable. Because your posture might be great in these clothes, but what you are projecting to the outside world, well, that's another story. During COVID, there was this trend to not wear pants in Zoom calls, no matter what the call was about. I don't know, maybe it was the drill, but whenever I tried a version of this, even though the pants were not in the frame, I always felt, well, uncomfortable, as if I was underdressed. And in these meetings, I am sure that I came across as timid or someone who wants to hide something. Yeah. Like the fact that I was wearing pajama pants. And lol, no, I did not try the no pants variant. I found it, well, too weird. And it turns out that the cute outfit thing shapes your neurochemistry. So when you wear something that makes you feel uncomfortable and like a stranger to yourself, you spend the entire day with your baseline brain chemistry running on low. So back to my wardrobe. Do you remember the fabric that gave up on me earlier? Well, that piece of clothing, I was dragging it around. And like this, I was, dragging something around that belonged to a version of me I have been walking away from for months. That version was tired and stuck and, dressing to disappear. And if you are doing something along these lines, well, it is time to look at your closet and see if it is a reflection of who you are becoming or a reflection of your old self. And if you take anything from this video is that your brain uses your clothes as evidence of your identity. It's a proxy, but a powerful one. And if you are intrigued that your brain is in crosstalk with your body, then, well, I would recommend you to watch this video next, where I talk about how the body communicates with your brain to signal that it is time for brain rewiring.